Hello there, welcome to the next instalment of my property project diary. It's the 24th of September and I'm heading up to the Baker Street property meet. I'm going to take you guys with me. Okay, you'll notice I'm still at the station. The train has been cancelled. I think I'm going to be late. I'm supposed to start at 6 o'clock. So I'll do some more videoing here. So that I was planning to do this on the way up there, but I've got time in the station now to wait for the train. So the Baker Street Property Meet is a event and it's run by a different property YouTubers. There are lots of people online in the UK who are teaching property and making YouTube videos about it. Samuel Leeds was definitely the first who really got his YouTube game working even before COVID, and he runs the Samuel Leeds Academy, which is the one that I went for. But there are others, and one of the others is Ranjan. So I think it's Ranjan. I've heard this name so much, I'm going to demolish it. Ranjan Bhattacharya, I think. Sorry if I got that wrong, but he runs another property network, and these are quite big networks. Samuel Leeds got thousands. I'm based on the videos I've seen of the Baker Street Property Meet. Ranjan's got thousands at all. I think they have these events, so this is a networking event. Ranjan's one, from what I've seen. You have a lot more presentations, and it comes from a different kind of angle. But I'm guessing it's going to be like Samuel Leeds, where the monthly events of Ranjan, the Baker Street Property Meet, happens every month, except for last month. Last month was the month I booked it, and I got an email saying they had problems with their venue, and my ticket was still valid for this month, so I'm doing this a month later than I thought. But Ranjan has the Baker Street Property Meet every month, and I think he has presentations, and my guess would be he uses that, one, as a really good networking event, and two, as a kind of a leader to introduce to the trainee, which is the standard method, and the method works. All these trainers are kind of teaching the same thing, but with kind of different angles to it. Samuel Leeds is very much inspirational, and it's very much suited to kind of deal sourcing. And I'm going to find out. I've not been to the Baker Street Property Meet. I can only judge by the content in Ranjan's YouTube videos to see what it's like. So hopefully I'll get there. Train isn't coming. I think I heard an announcement. The first train is cancelled. I think I heard an announcement that the next train's cancelled as well. So I want to go back and check that out. I'm in London. I should be able to get places in London. Although people are clearing off the platform. I'll give you an update to see whether I can actually get there. Okay, so it looks like the 17:49 train is running. The event's starting at 6. So I reckon if I get on that one, I'll be about half hour late. That should be okay. Hopefully I've got half hour between arrival time and start time. Might not, don't know how punctual they'll be, but I doubt they'll start exactly at 6. So the Baker Street Property Meet, it's not actually at Baker Street, it's much closer to Regent's Park. It's actually a venue which I think it's part of UCL. They've got a conference rooms, actually, where I've had some, they do salsa parties there once a month, so I know the venue, so I know where I'm going. Still going to be late though.
About service accommodation, but first of all, Andrew is going to share with us his market update. Andrew's market update is quite legendary. We have what the renters like still need. That page has been mentioned earlier,
So, short video today. So I made it to the event. It kind of, I shouldn't be worried about being late. Everyone was arriving at that time. Very, very good event. I enjoyed it. There were some differences between that because I've done different property networking events. I've been to one or two odd ones, but this one, the main one I've been going to is all the Samuel Leeds events. And so obviously when I was there, I actually contrast this one to what happens at the Samuel Leeds. So there's a few differences. The first difference is when Van Jen got up, very political and very, I'd say anti-government, but it's very, I don't like politics. The reason I don't like politics is people just end up insulting each other or calling each other bad names or have nicknames, and it's not really about our policies. And yes, it's probably based on policies, but I think everyone's a human being, and I think even politicians are human beings. And I know it's cool to like really say funny, offensive things, and to be fair, 99% of the world thinks it's cool to have like comedic things, but I don't like it. It's not part of my culture. Even people I disagree with, even people who I think are doing bad, I want to listen and understand them. But anyway, so one, politics. I don't think Samuel Leeds puts as much politics into his stuff, and I've certainly, he doesn't come out and just insult politicians, I'll put it that way. The second thing is sales. Sales is a big thing. So one of the big plus points of Samuel Leeds Academy is its absolute masterclass in sales. The training I get in sales at Samuel Leeds is good, and sales, you know, we think sales is a bad thing, but actually a salesperson, a good salesperson, because there's rubbish salesmen, a good salesperson is trying to help you. They're trying to find you the product that matches you. It's a bad salesperson that sells something you don't need. But Samuel Leeds is very, very good at sales. I remember at the crash course, he generates a stampede of people excited to sign up to his product to the back. And I could see sales was attempted at this, and I'm sure there's maybe a different method, different tactic, different audience that they're selling to. But I can see how he's kind of pushing some sales stuff in, but it's not bad. It's just that I'm used to an absolute sales master at these courses, and it's good. I don't know what that means to like potential people doing the courses, whether they're good or sales. Actually, no, I do know what it means. Like you need to learn sales in life, not just property, but any type of life. You need to be able to sell. And so, being that. The other thing is Samuel Leeds Academy is more of an academy. It's more like a school. It's more young people focused. I think there's a lot more people with money in that one than there is in the academy. I think once people have been through the academy, they end up with money. But in that one, you've got a lot of people with a lot of property, a lot of portfolios, and kind of they take home more experience. I mentioned to someone, they talked about, like with the market report, we talked about inflation. And we do mention things like that in the academy, but I don't think, we wouldn't get away with a half-hour presentation about the state of the market, inflation, like interest rates in America, interest rates UK, but the audience here is different. But I had a really good night. I'd had some after the presentation. There was networking. I met a few different people. Met some people I'd actually. I'm not the only one who goes to multiple training, because some other Samuel Leeds students were there. But I did make some connections. I met someone who might sell me a HMO. Who's got a portfolio and he wants to sell them. I met some deal sources. So I kind of had a good event. I think with networking is such a powerful thing, and I think an extra powerful thing is the different communities. And actually, when you network and you hop between them, being in one community has got a lot of value. Hopping between communities, you have a much more potential for value because the community is different. Oh, and the other thing is the guys that run it. So Sad Hussein was there. He's another YouTuber. He did a talk. But the actual presenters who I'm familiar with on YouTube, they were the ones running around with the microphones, making sure the bar staff was doing stuff. So I can see this operation is smaller. Samuel Leeds, he gets so many volunteers to be doing everything. Pluses and minuses. Samuel Leeds does mill around the room, but not as much. These guys are constantly in the room. These guys have a much smaller room though than Samuel Leeds does. I think it's London based as well. So anyway, that's my update. I've decided to have a walk. Well, I don't like, the tube is very underground and very, you're kind of not in the air. So I'm actually walking from, this is not at Baker Street, this was Regent's Park. So I'm walking back from Regent's Park back to Charing Cross to take the train home. But really good night. I've got interesting things coming up. And I'm actually got my next, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I've got my next property journey or my next actions that I've got to take planned. I'm going to make a video about them. I don't know if it's going to be one video or broken up videos. So watch the channel for that. I've also started to add some links in my description. You see, I'm getting I'm turning into a proper YouTuber. I've got links in my description now. So if you want to look at the property training that I've been doing, there's a link there which you can check it out. And I've also got links to my site. I'm doing deal sourcer webinars, so there's links for that. And there's also a link to my property pipeline builder, which if you've been watching this channel, I don't think I've talked about it much, but because I've done tutorial videos, they've appeared on the channel, so you'll see them. Anyway, so there's links in the description to some interesting stuff that you can look at. If you subscribe, that's really great. But one thing that will make me the happiest is if you comment on my videos. I get a very low number of comments. I do know people are watching this because I do meet them and they do talk to me. Someone contacted me on Instagram who watches these videos. So if you're there, just put a comment and just say, Robert, that's a rubbish video. Don't talk too much. Whatever you want to say, I don't care. It's nice to have that interaction. Feedback is really important enough. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Look forward to giving you the next update. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.